These might become your new favorite earrings. They're lightweight, boho, and plus they are beginner friendly. Let's go ahead and make them together. Here and welcome to BOCHIKNOT Macrame. In this video, I will be showing you guys how to make these lightweight and boho macrame leaf earrings. You won't believe that these just started with just a few strands of cord, and what's unique about these are I use metallic cords to make them. So if you look up close, you may not even be able to tell it is macrame. Now you can use your traditional cotton macrame cord if you'd like, but I wanted to spice it up a little bit with a bit of shine, and that's why I opted for metallic gold string for these earrings. This is a fun little beginner-friendly project that you can crush out within an hour. So if you're looking for last-minute gift ideas, these are perfect. And without further ado, let's jump right in. For this pattern, you're going to need 2 fishhook earrings and then also 2 jump rings. Now these can be any size. I'm using these 8mm diameter ones. They're pretty small, but you can go a little smaller or a little bigger if you'd like. Now you don't necessarily need jump rings for this pattern either. Instead of threading the initial cord through the jump rings and making a reverse Lark's head knot, you can just thread the initial cord through the bottom of the fishhook earring. So this is optional, it is not mandatory. But we're going to use them nonetheless for this pattern. And then the string that we're going to be using is a gold metallic 1.5mm braided string. So this is actually braided from gold tinsel, so it's nice and sturdy. It is a little bit rougher because it is metallic string, but it won't unravel because it is braided together, making it relatively easy to work with. You really just have to tighten up the cords if you want the knots to look nice and neat. If you're interested in any of the materials that I've used in this video, I'll post links to them in the video description below. So these are my jewelry pliers. Just taking one of the jump rings, just open it slightly, just a little bit more so there's a little gap. And then you're gonna thread it through the bottom of the fish hook clasp, and then you're gonna push it back to close it. They are a little tight, so if it does hurt your hand, now if they are a little tight, you can use a second set of pliers to help you, but one should be okay. Once they mash like so, this is what it should look like. And now do the same thing with the other one. Okay, once done, these are what your earrings are going to look like. This is what we're using to make the pattern. To make the pattern today, I'll be using a macrame board, which is a cork board with some T-pins that look like this to hold down my project. If you don't have one, that's okay. You can just use a stable surface like a table and some tape to hold down the top of your fishhook earring. So here is one earring that I'm going to place down, and then we're going to start off with the gold string at 40 centimeters long. Fold it in half. We're going to attach it to the bottom of the jump ring with a reverse Lark's head knot. So place the loop end through, then take the ends through the loop, and then you pull on the ends to tighten. Okay. And then now we can use a T-pin to pin the top of the earring down, just so it holds it in place so we have something sturdy to work from. Okay, so with the two vertical strings we have here, I've just crisscrossed them, so move the left underneath to the right. We're going to make a diagonal double half hitch knot to the left. So taking the left cord underneath over to the right, we're going to go over through the right, and then over and through the right. So that's one double half hitch knot. Now we're going to take another 40 centimeter long cord, fold it in half. We're going to attach it to the left string here with a reverse Lark's head plus half hitch knot. So make a reverse Lark's head knot first. Take the right end, make a half hitch knot. Take the left end, half hitch knot, and that's a reverse Lark's head plus half hitch. Then we slide it up to meet the other knots, pulling on the working cords and the anchor cords so everything is nice and tight. And then taking a third 40 centimeter long cord, make a reverse Lark's head plus half hitch onto the right cord. Okay, so once the two 40 centimeter long cords are attached onto the far right and left anchor cords with reverse Lark's head plus half hitch knots, we're going to take another 40 centimeter long cord and make another reverse Lark's head plus half hitch knot on both sides onto the same anchor cords again. Okay, so once another set of reverse Lark's head knots are added on both sides, make sure that we tighten everything so that all the knots are close to each other, making it look nice and neat. Once you have that upside down V, we're now going to continue with the leaf pattern. We're going to start with the middle left cord right here. Take the next string over to the left. We're going to make a row of double half hitch knots to the left. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 strings to the left that we're going to make into double half hitch knots onto the anchor string. So start off with 1 double half hitch knot, 2 double half hitch knots, 3 double half hitch knots, 4. Make sure everything is nice and snug, and then take that top cord down for one last double half hitch knot onto this row. So this second row of knots right here. Once done, this is what it should look like on the left side. Should look like we have 2 rows made. Then we're going to do the exact same thing on the right side. So middle right cord now as the anchor cord for 4 double half hitch knots to the right. So taking the next cord after as the working cord, start off with 1 double half hitch knot, then continue with 3 more to the right. Before making the last one, just make sure everything is nice and snug. Then finish off the last double half hitch knot. And once done, This is what your pattern should look like so far. You should have what looks like 2 rows of knots on both sides. Then placing it back down. So what we're going to do now is repeat a similar pattern. So middle left and middle right cords. Make another row of 4 double half hitch knots to the far left and far right sides. Same thing with what we just did right above. Now repeat this once more with the middle 2 cords for another row of double half hitch knots to the sides. So once we have made a total of 3 rows of double half hitch knots, but including that top part, there should be 4 rows of knots. And now what we're going to do is, instead of using the middle 2 cords to make the rows of double half hitch knots, we're going to skip the middle left cord, take the cord after that on the left side as an anchor cord for 3 double half hitch knots to the left. So continue with 2 more double half hitch knots to the left. Same thing on the right side. Skip the middle right cord, take the cord after that for a double half hitch knot to the right, and then 2 more to the right. Then again, we're going to skip that cord from this row. We're going to skip that top cord on both sides. Take the next cord down as the anchor cord for 2 double half hitch knots to the outer sides. So this is what we're going to do. So it should be the 3rd cord from the left, 3rd cord from the right as an anchor cord for 2 double half hitch knots on the outer sides. So once we're finished with that last row of double half hitch knots, we are now ready to make our final double half hitch knot for this pattern to close off the leaf. So we're going to use the anchor cord we last used on both sides, bring them to the center for a diagonal double half hitch knot to the left. So over to the right, tighten, then over to the right. And this is what our leaf pattern should look like. And yes, there are strings sticking out on all sides. We're going to clean that up. So to clean it up, what we're going to do is turn the pattern around. And starting with the top 2 cords, so top cord on both sides, we're just going to tie a double overhand knot at the back. So I'm going to pin my pattern down again. Now, if you want extra security, and instead of tying these knots, you want to add some glue. You can dab a bit of glue where these knots are at the back to prevent them from unraveling. So I've tied a tight double overhand knot. Once you're done, you can actually snip off the excess. On both sides. And then go down, take the next next string on both sides, repeat the same thing. So tie a double overhand knot and then cut off the excess. Repeat this once more underneath. Okay, once we are left with 4 strings left, so the bottom, middle, and then the last section on both sides, what we're going to do to seal the bottom off is we're going to take the bottom, middle two, we're going to bring them up vertically, like so. Then taking the last set of cords on both sides, we're going to tie a really tight double overhand knot. So super tight here. Tight double overhand knot. Then once done, this is what it should look like. If there is any scrunched up string underneath, pull on the vertical cords to tighten. But it should look like a very clean edge of the leaf at the bottom, like so. If you have it like this, then you're ready to snip off the excess. And then the leaf pattern is now complete. Repeat the pattern once more on the other fishhook earring. And that concludes our macrame leaf earrings pattern. What do you guys think of this tutorial? Let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you guys. I'm not usually a fan of dangling earrings. I just don't think they look super good on me, but these ones I would definitely wear. With the metallic string, it does give it a nice little shine, so you can dress it up if you like, or it can be casual as well. If you guys are interested in learning more about macrame accessories or macrame fashion, we do have several exclusive tutorials over on our BOCHIKNOT macrame community on Patreon or over on our YouTube membership. If you guys are interested, I'll post links to those in the video description below. And as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.